Okay, it's been a while since our very first post when we talked about sharing some stories from our childhood. So we wanted to get back to that this week, and we'll share a couple of stories. I'll share a real quick one, and then Mom will share one.
And then if Dad thinks of another one, he can share that one too, and we'll see how long this goes.
No, I
Oh.
won't think of another one. Um, so these two stories have a theme of a doctor theme, a getting hurt theme, a going to the hospital theme. When I was about 5 or 6 years old, just before I started first grade, um, and it was a very common thing back then for kids to have their tonsils out. You didn't wait for a time when you got really sick or you had a lot of sore throats. You just 5 or 6 years old, you got your tonsils out. And we had a family doctor. His name was Doc Graham. We called him Old Doc Graham because he was old, and there was, I think, some suspicion on a lot of people's part as to how often he was even sober. But he was an interesting character over in Midvale, Old Doc Graham. So when I was about 5 or 6 years old, and this is one of my very first earliest memories, I went and had my tonsils out. And as I was coming out of the anesthesia, and we did it right there in the doctor's office, as I was coming out of the anesthesia, I remember hearing, "Nurse, he's going to fall." And I rolled off of the operating table and onto the floor. And I think there was still enough of the anesthesia in me that I don't think I got hurt. But that was one of my very first memories.
Okay, one of my earliest memories um, is I remember it was a nice hot summer day, and my dad was mowing the lawn, and I was playing outside, and there was a mason jar sitting on the porch full of this yummy looking liquid that looked like it would just cool off my throat and taste delicious. So I went over and took a big swig and got a quick trip to the hospital to have my stomach pumped of the gasoline that I had just drank. I don't remember the details. I don't remember that it tasted horrible. I don't remember the ride to the hospital, but I do remember the mason jar and how good it looked and how good it was going to taste when I drank it. And that's one of my earliest memories. That had to have happened before I was 5, or about the time I was 5.
So we're curious about your memories. Share them. Have a great week. We love you all.